Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Dorothy. I'm a professional astrologer. You can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com and on Facebook, Dorothy Morgan Astrologer. And there you can find me for your own personal and private sessions. All right, today I want to talk about the month of June for those of you who are Capricorn. So first off, June 2nd, the full moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. That is in your solar 12th house. So when we have a full moon in the 12th house, that means the secret things are being revealed, things that we hide from ourselves or secrets we keep from others. A lot of this will be revealed during that time period. So hopefully you've been good or not. It doesn't matter. It does matter because it matters is that just we get things become illuminated. So we're able to really dig into them psychologically. That 12th house place tends to it's hit things we hide from ourselves more than anything. So it's very difficult sometimes to really see what we're hiding from ourselves and where we're healed and where we're not. And when we have a full moon in that sector, a lot of things will come up that we can actually work on, or even just one thing. It doesn't matter. You know, what really happens here is that we get to psychologically view and see what it is that is going on in our own personal lives and how well we're handling any of emotional stresses or any emotional things that we kind of like to keep a lid on. That's what that 12th house is about. And when the full moon illuminates that area, well, it's going to come out. So be prepared for working on the things that you need to work on that you keep putting aside. All right, let's move on. June 5th. Venus moves into the sign of Leo. This will be in your 8th house. And that just means with Venus and Leo, Venus is about the things that we value and the things that we love. And even it's financial, how we use our skills and talents to earn a living. It's in Leo, it moves into Leo, and that Leo energy represents taking risks, being very creative. Goes very well together, honestly. It's in the 8th house, that's joint resources. So there's some opportunity here for you to be working in a joint resource opportunity with somebody else. It's also resources that are outside of ourselves, things that we can use like credit cards and inheritances that show up. Jupiter's been moving through that sector for almost a year now, and so all of these things would have already come up. Venus will move through there now, and just it's a faster moving planet than Jupiter, so it's going to trigger some things that Jupiter might have started over the last few months, 6-7 months, however that goes for you. So focus in. You will be hard not to focus in because these things will come up. Whenever the planets move somewhere, that energy comes to the surface. That's why it's great to get your own private sessions. But in the meantime, with Venus moving through that 8th house, again, financial, be careful just not to charge too much because sometimes that can happen with Venus and Jupiter moving through that sector. We might end up pulling out the credit card just a little too much, to become a little extravagant because we're just being passionate about something. Later on, that passion might fade, so watch your pocketbook. That's what I would tell you on that energy. We also have Venus making a trine to Saturn, so that will quelch some of the overspending that could possibly happen with Venus and Jupiter moving through that 8th house of outside resources. All right, June 11th, Mercury goes direct. It's in the sign of Gemini as it goes direct. So on June 11th, it's going to be kind of a stuck day when that planet's stationary. Communication just seems to go to a standing still, a halt. There's nothing really happens on those direct and retrograde, stationary days of Mercury. It is in your 6th house, and when Mercury has been retrograde in that 6th house, that just means that over the last 3 weeks, your daily routine has probably been shot out the window. It just means that there's just not a lot of routine going on. Mercury is in charge of that 6th house by nature. It's Virgo's area, and Mercury's in charge of Virgo as well as Gemini, and it is in the sign of Gemini here. So with all of that going on in your 6th house, it just means your daily routine has been up in the air. And so what we can do with this energy and the energy that's coming up on June 16th with that new moon in the sign of Gemini in your 6th house, you can really set yourself some new goals, especially when it comes to what your daily routine is about. And you can get more organized and back into a daily routine. And that daily routine does include work and our health. So the things that we do on a daily basis to stay healthy, which is sleep, brush our teeth, bathe, eat right, all of those things. get back into a habit. And it's the work, it's the job we go to every day. It doesn't represent the career, but it represents the mundaneness of going to work every day. So these things are all being, were disturbed during the retrograde of Mercury from May 18th to June 11th. And now that the new moon is there on June 16th, this really, really close to where Mercury is, the energy of all of this just means we can finally clear the deck and get it moving forward. That's the main focus for you, Capricorn, this month. Because, you know, you guys really are all about, you know, what your career is and how organized things can be. And it has been rather disorganized for a little while. So especially those who have Capricorn rising. And then I just want to leave you with the June 21st summer solstice. Yay, we're in the middle of summer. Finally, we get to summer, and that happens in your 7th house. And when we have a solar shift in the 7th house of relationships and partnerships, that just says that this is a focus. If you have a spouse or a partner, then it's time for you guys to do a lot over the next coming month together. So you know that you can reconnect and bond, whether it's a business partner or a love relationship. It's a great opportunity to reconnect. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. Please come find me on the web, energiastrologer.com, for your own personal and private sessions. Thank you very much for watching. Blessed be, and namaste.